Welcome back to episode 28 of the Cleveland Benchwarmers Podcast. We are your hosts, Jacob,
Sam,
and Baden.
And I think we kind of want to start off today with talking about some relevant and kind of serious news about Tua Tagovailoa and kind of what's happened with him the last couple of games with the concussions. Anybody want to just jump in?
I'll start.
I would like to start because I was watching both of the games live when it happened. First game, Tua gets sacked. He hits his head on the turf. Well, not sacked. He gets hit after he throws the ball. He hits his head on the turf. He stands up, starts walking, stumbles, gets up again, stumbles again on the ground. He goes through concussion protocol, and I say concussion protocol in air quotes because of what happened. What happened on Thursday Night Football, which is either yesterday or 2 days from now, or 2 days ago, depending on when we release this. Tua is sacked in the backfield and stays down. His forearms are flexing. His hands are spasming. He is wheeled off the field in a stretcher, and that's where it stands right now. He was released from the hospital yesterday, and they're saying that that he's A-okay. But we should talk a little bit more about that because it's some awful stuff.
It's terrible.
Yeah. I don't know what concussion protocol is. Like, it's because clearly you couldn't have seen the guy where he got up and was clearly having a hard time even standing up, and then just go through whatever their concussion protocol is and just still think he's okay. Like, he's obviously not okay. And then even the hit that he took on the Thursday night game, it was a big hit, yes, but it wasn't like a hit that would make someone do that, So clearly it had some effect from the Buffalo game where he was clearly banged up. I just have a lot of blame on this Miami, the health staff there. They shouldn't have played him. It hurts to see.
Yeah, I mean, 2 concussions in 4 days can permanently damage your brain. Like, Tua shouldn't have been let back. Okay, so interesting, timely story. I was playing in a soccer game a few days ago, and I was in a collision, and they made me come off the field and put me into concussion protocol, and I had to answer some questions about like where I was, some basic stuff, and then a little bit of like numbers and backwards stuff and whatever. And like what Tua took to the head, like there's no way. Like, I truly don't think he passed a concussion protocol. I don't know what the Miami Dolphins training staff is doing, letting him go back onto the field there. I don't know.
Yeah, even if at first it was just a back injury, like they said it was, if his back is that bad that he's stumbling, trying to get up, how are you letting him play on a short week? And then it's disgusting. It's a flagrant just ignorance of the player's health in question. It's awful, just awful to see.
Yeah.
And I'm not sure if anybody was listening to the broadcast last night after he got injured. Nobody said anything. It was just, Tua's name was not in their mouths at all. It was just disgusting that nobody called the NFL out on it. Prime kept on replaying the hit over and over and over again.
You're showing him, with his fingers all, spasmed out on, there's no reason to keep replaying that at all.
Yeah, I mean, the way the NFL handles concussions or big hits, when a guy's clearly injured, you have no place showing him on the ground writhing in pain. There is a certain amount of entertainment. The NFL is entertainment. It's a thing to watch. But when this guy's health is in question, when he's literally his fingers are in the fencing response because of head trauma he just sustained, showing that on replay over and over again is sickening.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I think that we should move on from this topic. Final thing to say: it's awful that this happened to him. Prayers up for Tua. We hope that he recovers well.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's bigger than football.
It's bigger than football. I think that we should move on to our Sunday football predictions. If anybody has the game schedule up, I think we can start off with that. Off the top of my head, while I get the game schedule up, Jets versus Steelers. Start off with that.
Zach Wilson's back. Yeah.
Zach Wilson is back. I think this Jets offense probably just carries. The Jets defense probably carries because the Steelers offense is abysmal to watch, and the Jets are 2-2 after this game.
Maybe the Browns fan in me comes out a little bit too much, but I think the Steelers are on serious upset alert for Sunday. I think the Jets have a very good shot here, and if Zach Wilson can play like he played at the end of last year, and he can connect with Corey Davis and Garrett Wilson, like that offense is legitimately good. It's not this poverty, disgusting to watch, absolutely unbearable Jets offense that we've seen in the past. I'm sure.
Well,
Sam knows a lot about that.
That was just uncalled for.
I think the Wilsons can produce a seriously dangerous offensive attack, and the Steelers. Mitch is not that guy. There will be Kenny chance.
Mitch is not him.
Right.
Yeah, I always pick the New York Jets. I'm a Jets fan. I'm wearing my little Jets sweatshirt right now. But I think Zach Wilson, who spent his offseason just taking the most massive W's known to man, will continue taking W's into the football season. Zach Wilson, 400 yards, 3 touchdowns, 4 interceptions. Jets win 38-35. Stamp it right now.
That seems reasonable for some reason. I don't know why. The London game between the Vikings and the Saints, I think that's going to be...
The mid-off. This is the mid-off.
This is pretty mid. Kirk Cousins versus Andy Dalton.
Right. Jameis is injured. I forgot about that.
This is going to be bad to watch, honestly. This is going to be bad QB play. Big game, I think, from Dalvin Cook. Andy Dalton, I think, is out Michael Thomas as well, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
Vikings by 1 million. This game is not going to be close. We're going to lose out on thousands of British football fans because the first game they've ever gone to is going to be a blowout. The Vikings are going to... Kirk's going to throw 4 touchdown passes on only 200 yards, and the Vikings are going to win by a lot.
I saw this one meme account on Instagram who said that this is why the Queen died, so she didn't have to watch Andy Dalton versus Kirk Cousins.
Nah, that's wild. Oh my gosh.
I mean, prove me wrong. Prove it wrong.
No, I'm not watching this game at 9:30 in the morning.
No chance.
Absolutely, I'm watching this. There's no way I don't. You can't tell me you're turning down NFL football at 9 a.m.
I mean, maybe because I wake up at 7:30 for no reason. So.
Let's talk about the Cleveland game. Cleveland versus the Atlanta Falcons in Atlanta. What are we thinking about that, folks?
Nick Chubb will run for 200 yards, pushing it. Atlanta's bad. We know this. Probably on paper the worst team in football.
Hey, Drake London is an absolute stud. Drake London is my early offensive rookie of the year.
He's for real.
He looks incredible.
Drake London's been great. There's a reason he was the first receiver taken. Kyle Pitts probably will have a big game, his first big game of the year because it's the Browns.
Browns can't cover tight ends. We've always been bad against tight ends.
Mark Andrews destroys us twice a year. Pat Freiermuth looks like Tony Gonzalez sometimes.
Yeah.
Kyle Pitts will probably go crazy, but I don't think it's enough. I think the Browns win by 17.
Oh. I think Marcus Mariota is going to give us troubles. I think we're not that good against like mobile quarterbacks. We really struggle with that, and especially with Walker out, who would normally like be the QB spy. You've got a problem there. You've got Jacob Phillips, who has not been great. I mean, he played really well at the end of last game, but Phillips has, for his career, been a very below average running back. And Mariota, I think, is, he's not good, but he's somewhat underrated. I think Mariota's going to give us troubles.
Joe Flacco.
Joe Flacco was looking like Michael Vick at times.
I think we're gonna pin the Falcons in so many like 3rd and 7, 3rd and 8s, and the coverage is gonna be great, and he's just gonna escape, especially if Garrett doesn't play.
Oh yeah.
Speaking of
Myles Garrett situation.
Oh yeah.
I guess the rumors, or not rumors, the report is that he was driving 65 and a 45.
Yeah.
And saw like a deer or something and tried to swerve around it and then flipped his Porsche like 4 times.
Yeah.
So prayers up to Myles Garrett. That was a very dangerous situation. Seems like he's okay.
Yeah, he's
fine. I doubt he plays. He shouldn't play Sunday. Probably next week I think he'll be back, but even if he's fine, I wouldn't play him Sunday.
Yeah, this brings me actually, you guys mentioned both of the players that I have. My question is, so the running back situation in the NFL this year is I can't say historically awful, but abnormally bad. There are like 3 running backs who look good, everybody else looks trash. So my question is, if you gave Nick Chubb's rushing skills to Myles Garrett, like you put him in Myles Garrett's body, could he rushed for 2,000 yards?
You're saying you have a 6'5", 300-pound running back who runs a 4.4? Yeah, he's running for 3,000.
Would he win MVP? That's the
MVP?
greatest player of all time.
Yes. You couldn't bring him down. You could not bring down Nick Chubb in Myles Garrett's body.
No, you can't bring down Nick Chubb and Nick Chubb.
It's already hard enough.
If you put Myles Garrett as a fullback or as a running back, do you with the skill set he has now? Do you think that he could rush for 1,000 yards?
No,
I don't think so. Because he is this.
I literally only put him in short yardage situations. To be honest with you.
Yeah,
fair enough.
He just doesn't have the shiftiness. I think he has the pass rusher moves, but those I don't know how well that would translate to the running back position.
I don't know if that would fully translate. But yeah, if you give him Nick Chubb's rushing skills, 3K easy.
He's averaging 15 yards a carry.
There's no reason to pass the football at all.
Yeah.
Fair enough. Sorry. 6'4", 270 is crazy. There was this one ESPN cover shoot where he was just wild. Everybody remembers that.
I am aware.
One, right?
I am very well aware.
Jacob starts tugging at his shirt. Is it getting hot in here, or is it just me? Woo.
Alrighty. Speaking of great running backs.
Ooh, I like that one. Good transition.
Titans and Colts.
Oh yeah.
I think this is gonna be a pretty boring game to watch as well. 2 mid quarterbacks and 2 running backs who've been underwhelming. But I think the Colts are just a better team, and I'm thinking the Colts win.
Tennessee is my pick to blow it up after this year. I think Tannehill not good enough. I think that they are stuck in the they're stuck in the San Antonio Spurs / Indiana Pacers zone of always being just around competent, but they're not good enough to be a playoff contender, and they're not bad enough to fully take it. I think they trade or they cut a ton of people after the season, full rebuild mode. That's my pick for who needs to blow it up.
Yeah, I don't know. The Titans just are in a weird spot. I don't know. It's trading AJ Brown, and now Ryan Tannehill. He's clearly struggled without him. The defense kind of overperformed last year. I don't think their defense is really particularly that good, especially without their second best player and Harold Landry not playing this season. So yeah, guys like Tannehill, guys like Kevin Byard, guys like maybe even Harold Landry, I could be moved potentially. Maybe even Derrick Henry. He's at that age of regression for a running back. But like even some of the greatest running backs of all time, they hit 28, and they're just not the same. Especially for a guy who's gotten maybe 1,000 touches over the last 2.5 years. That's that's a lot to take. So yeah, I agree with you on that Titans take.
I think I'm taking the Colts in this game. Jonathan Taylor, I think, is going to have a mean game. This one, breakout. I have him on my fantasy team. I really need him to do well.
One word. One word for this game. Tie. This game will be a 20-20 tie. You heard it here first. They're going to tie twice in their first 4 games.
Colts tying twice in the season.
This game has all the readings of a tie.
Yeah, that is. I can see that, honestly.
Tie. That's it. It's a tie.
Alrighty.
I like that.
You got to predict at least one tie a week. Stay relevant.
Jacob's definitely lost like $100 predicting ties, and
I predicted the exact first quarter score of Bengals Dolphins. I said it would be exactly 10, and I was right.
Congratulations, I guess. How much money did that win you?
$5. I put $1 on it.
It allegedly won him $5 because, of course, Jacob does not bet money.
Right. If I were to bet $1 on it, it would have paid out $5.
Would have won him $5.
Right.
Obviously.
Yes.
Okay.
Completely a hypothetical.
Back to the NFL slate.
All right. Seahawks line.
Damn it! I should have called this one a tie.
No, Lions are losing this one. Geno Goat Nose Smith. Yeah. Geno the Goat. He's 100% throwing for 300 yards.
Well, more importantly, Swift and Amon-Ra St. Brown have both been ruled out for this game.
They're both out? I just knew Amon-Ra was out. I thought Swift is out. Yeah, the Lions are scoring 5 points.
Who is Jared Goff throwing to? Name 2 players on that team other than T.J. Hawkinson who he will throw a pass to.
Jamal Williams.
Stark and Jamal Williams. Yeah, that's it.
I love Jamal Williams so much. He's like one of my top 5 players who I just like to root for on a day-to-day basis. He's so funny.
That's true.
Yeah, it'll be the final score will probably be like 9-5, to be honest with you.
Would that be scoregami?
I was about to say that.
9-5?
I think that
probably because that would require it could be 3 field goals and then a field goal and a safety. So probably not.
That's probably what I see happening. Like this game will be pretty ugly.
Let's see. 9-4. 9-5 has happened before. Washington. The last time it happened was in 1984. It was the Indianapolis Colts versus the New York Jets.
Thank you, Sam.
Fun fact. Back to the NFL. Back to real sports. None of this stats crap. Chicago versus the New York Giants.
Yeah, there's a lot of bad games. Oh my god.
Oh, this is so mid. Jeez.
Who's the home team?
New York, MetLife Stadium.
I think Giants fans are about to be very sad. It's the first 2-0 start since 2016, and they are going to be very, very sad. Their team is not good. Yeah. They went up 2-0.
But you're telling me the Chicago Bears
are about to be. The Bears are about to be 3-1.
Yeah, the Bears are crazy. Not crazy, but the Bears are okay.
I mean, I don't know. Justin Fields has been awful. I'm not gonna lie.
Fields is the real deal. Fields is rookie of the year.
Rookie of the year. Rookie of the year.
No longer rookie. Fields, I think, will turn it up soon. And I think the Bears are not bad. I think actually the whole NFC North is like pretty good.
I don't know. If he couldn't do it against the Texans, I don't see him doing it against the Giants, who I think they are a better team than the Texans. I think Danny Dimes has one of the better games of his career, I guess, because there's not been a lot of good ones.
Yeah.
The
Danny
Giants.
Dimes is such a great nickname, by the way. Like, just quick sidetrack. It's if he ever like turns into a generational quarterback, just saying, yeah, Danny Dimes. That's Danny Dimes just threw for 400 yards. That's crazy. I love that.
But it's only a good nickname because he's bad. Like, you wouldn't call him Danny Dimes if he was actually good, you know? It's a mocking nickname, I think.
I don't know. Everyone was calling him Danny Dimes after that Tampa Bay game his rookie year.
Okay.
That Tampa Bay game, he was incredible, and it's been downhill ever since.
Just downhill ever since is crazy. Not wrong, but crazy nonetheless.
Like, nobody... think of another quarterback who has a nickname. We only call Daniel Jones this because he's bad.
Are you telling me Zach Milfson isn't an incredible nickname?
Tom
Chucking bombs and can't say that on YouTube. That's no, not okay.
Alrighty.
Sorry.
Jaguars Eagles. Really good game here. I'm not gonna lie.
Actually, this will be a fun game. Jacksonville's been like a pleasant surprise this season, and so have the Eagles.
This can be a shootout, I think. This could be a good game.
I can see that. I think this is gonna be just great offense. Doug Peterson going against his former team. The Eagles start is not surprising to me. I predicted the Eagles would be the 1 seed in the NFC before the season started. I'm not surprised that they're 3-0.
Yeah, you had Jalen Hurts as like your big breakout pick. I think a couple pods ago.
Yeah.
Like during the summer, you were like Jalen Hurts. I'm taking in every fantasy draft I do.
And I have him in fantasy, and he's been carrying me to my 3-0 start, even though it's been so.
It's so fraudulent.
3-0 start's been so fraudulent, but I don't care. I'm gonna take it. Yeah, I think this is gonna be a fun game. I think the Eagles just barely get it out of it. I think it's just gonna be a great game. I think this is gonna be one of the better games we've had this year.
I think it's gonna be like an early Eagles lead, and the Jags storm back, and actually take the lead in the fourth quarter, and then the Eagles wake up and win it late.
I have the ESPN page pulled up here, and apparently tickets to the Arizona-Carolina game are as low as $16.
I wonder why.
Crazy. Denver-Las Vegas is the most expensive game this week at $175, at least just according to like these ticket prices on ESPN. So that's kind of weird.
$175 to watch the only winless team versus the worst offense I've seen since the 2017 Browns.
Let Russ cook. I mean, I guess that we should just go talk about that game. Denver-Las Vegas.
Bro, I thought Denver was going to like start off hot, and then like Russ would cook like he does the first 8 weeks of the season, and then the last 9 he'd like just fall off a cliff like he always does. But he just fell off the cliff immediately, I guess.
I have been a Russ as a Bronco denier like since it happened. I said it was a terrible trade. I said the Broncos overpaid. I said Russ was washed. Did he know? He knew.
Jacob, I actually guarantee this is false. If we go back and watch the podcast we made right after...
I hated on this Russ trade from the beginning.
No, I guarantee you were saying that. I think you're just lying. This is a generational lie from Jacob. He's obscuring his takes. Because we all thought this was a good trade. I guarantee it.
I thought it was a good deal. Even though it's been a struggle, I still don't think it's a particularly bad, like let's be honest. They're 0-3 if Drew Lock or Teddy Bridgewater is the quarterback right now. Like,
yeah.
The little bit of success they've had on offense, they just wouldn't get with those two guys. So, yeah, I think he's helped, but yeah, there's definitely got to be some change. But I don't think it's gonna happen this week. I think Vegas is hungry, only winless team. They're really talented too. Like I think they were a playoff team before the season for me. I think they get their first win against the Broncos.
These are the two most disappointing teams in the league, I think. Las Vegas.
That's a good take.
Like Denver was supposed to be a playoff contender. Vegas was at least supposed to make the playoffs with the addition of Devontae Adams in the offseason. but Josh McDaniels is a fraud. I feel okay about saying this now. Josh McDaniels is a bad coach.
I hated that hiring from the moment it happened. I thought they should have kept Rich Bisaccia after everything they went through last season, and to still make the playoffs, only lose by a touchdown to the eventual conference champions. I don't see why you move on from him. He clearly seems like a guy that players wanted to play for.
Yeah.
Again, we saw how that went when he was. I believe he was at Denver when he was a head coach before. I want to say.
I'm not sure.
He definitely had a head coaching stint before, and then went running back to Bill Belichick, and now it's no surprise. I knew it was not going to be a good hiring.
Makes me sad how far Rich has fallen too. He's the Packers special teams coordinator now, which is like the worst job in the NFL.
Yeah, he was I think he was the special teams coordinator for the Raiders last year.
Probably, I wouldn't be surprised. Yeah, he was the special teams coordinator / assistant head coach.
Yeah.
They did him dirty. I don't like to see it. Going from mid to probably two of the best teams in football right now. Let's talk about Buffalo at Baltimore. I would say that these are two of the top three quarterbacks in the league right now. Josh Allen and Lamar Jackson have been on tears to start the year. I'm probably omitting somebody, but this is an MVP matchup right here, in my opinion.
This is the best QB matchup we've had all year. Man, I'm excited for this game. I am. I think Lamar is, I think, gonna have like an Aaron Judge type, not Aaron Judge type like that great, but he's having that type of season where like, oh, you didn't want to pay me, well, I'm about to just go crazy. And I think I'm gonna set another 5 touchdown performance, and the Ravens get it done.
I don't think that's outrageous.
I have a strong AFC North bias. You know, I want to say Bills come in there and steamroll them. I would love to say, you know, Allen and Diggs combined for, you know, 3 touchdowns total between, you know, like just Allen to Diggs. I would love that. My fantasy team would love that. I would love that. You know, like, I think it'll be tough. You know what I think? I think this is going to be a low-scoring game. I think the winner will win it on a game-winning field goal. And I think it'll be
Justin Tucker.
Both teams will be held under 25.
I disagree, but only because I think
a low
these
scoring
quarterbacks
game,
are so
I'm
good.
for sure taking. If it's a low scoring game, I'm for sure taking the Ravens.
Yeah.
The Bills just don't win those games. They'll blow a team out, but when they need that certain play in the fourth quarter, it just hasn't happened.
Generational chokers, I would say. I can't talk as both a Guardians, Jets, and Cavs fans who are extremely good at choking leads. I can't say anything.
I mean, the Bills did choke 4 Super Bowls in a row, so maybe we can say something.
That's true. We can talk about 3 games, but I'm going to talk about my favorite quarterback in the league, Davis Mills, taking on the Justin Herbert-less and Keenan Allen-less Chargers. Who is the Chargers' backup quarterback?
Chase Daniel.
The GOAT backup QB.
The GOAT backup quarterback. He's made $41 million in like 5 career starts.
Clipboard holder for life. I respect
Shout
it.
out Chase
Greatest.
I'm taking Houston in this game only because I have benched Brandon Cooks in all of the fantasy leagues I have him in, which of course means he's going to go for 150 yards and 3 touchdowns. This is the way that things work. I am convinced they will win by 2. 2 touchdowns, 14 points. Sorry.
Texans beat the Chargers last year, so I don't think anything's going to change. Davis Mills has a breakout game. This is his breakout dev challenge in Madden to get up to star development.
I like that one. That was good.
I think Davis needs to make the leap. He made a very rookie mistake last week that cost his team the game. They had the ball with like a minute 30 left, chance to drive down the field, and he fumbles. Or maybe no, it was a pick, right? I think it was a
sure. I'll take your.
Pretty sure it was a pick on a tip. Like, he's not a rookie anymore. At some point, he has to show us something that makes us say, I think the grace period needs to wear off, and he actually needs to start producing. Like, he's been okay, but he needs to lead a game-winning drive. Or
I think the thing is that no one even had these expectations for Davis Mills. I mean, he was a third-round pick, the 7th quarterback taken off the board in his own draft class. If you're the 7th quarterback taken, you don't have the expectations to be some guy in early year 2 to be, this guy. So I guess that's probably the reason why the expectations really aren't on Mills. It's a bad team.
Mm-hmm.
But Jacob is right. If you view him as a potential franchise quarterback, he has to take that leap sooner rather than later. Because to be honest, after year 2, like almost like 90% of the time after year 2, you kind of know if you have a guy or not. Obviously, there's the Josh Allens of the world who, both first 2 years are bad, third year MVP, but that does not happen very often.
And then there are the Sam Darnolds of the world where you get to start them 5 years into their career, and fingers crossed they actually turn into a productive NFL quarterback. I'm looking at you, Carolina Panthers.
Obviously, Davis Mills, for his pick, he's probably already a success. He's an NFL starting quarterback, and that's more than most 6th, 7th rounders can say,
He was like a 3rd rounder. I don't know what you're talking about.
He was a 3rd rounder.
My fault. But
67th overall.
My fault. That's like early 2nd. Oh my god. Or no, that's early 3rd.
Yeah.
But I'm not comparing him to those other guys in this class just based on their draft ranking. I'm saying, who cares where he was drafted? He needs to be a competent NFL starter. That's all it is. I'm not comparing him based on his draft pick. I think you have to compare him to average. I don't know. Maybe that doesn't make sense.
No, I think that's fair. I don't think that's an unreasonable thing to ask for.
Yeah, I guess that is fair.
He's got the 3rd most passing yards in his class right now. Mac Jones, Trevor Lawrence, Davis Mills. He's thrown the 2nd fewest interceptions, the 2nd most touchdowns. I mean, obviously, these stats in a vacuum make it seem like he's good. Obviously, he doesn't pass the eye test, but he's got something. I think. I just think that this Texans team is so devoid of talent that they can't put anything around him. Their offensive line, their only receiving weapon is Brandon Cooks, and they're running out a rookie running back in Dameon Pierce.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, part of it probably is just stat padding, He played on a team last year that had no running back, no good running talent. Who was their starting running back last year?
David Jones.
Marlon Mack.
Oh, yeah. That team was bad. That team was really bad. And so Davis Mills is playing so much catch-up. Of course he's going to accumulate stats. I don't know. I don't think he's proven it yet, and he needs to do it soon. Time's running out, Davis.
This is Jacob's direct threat. If Davis Mills does not throw for 4...
Wake up.
This is Jacob's direct threat to Davis Mills as a person. If you do not throw for 4,000 yards within the next 2 years, Jacob Garrity will come to your house and have words with you. Throw hands, so to speak.
I will encourage you forcibly to improve.
He's 6'4". I think 99% of that is just his neck, but that's okay. We stand a giraffe king.
Okay. What other matchups we got?
So let's get through these last few games a little quicker.
All right.
Cowboys Commanders.
Cowboys. Cooper Rush is him.
Touchdown. Cowboys.
He's him.
I'm taking Commanders.
Cooper Rush is him.
Commanders are using the blackout uniforms.
Jerry Jones literally said, Oh, they are? Never
Yeah.
mind.
Okay, I want to rescind my take
They
on the
got it.
Commanders'
Blackout
uniforms.
uniforms?
They are heat. Those Commanders' uniforms are actually good.
Yeah, I kind of figured they didn't look good, like, or when they first released. But I knew it was like they're gonna look better on the field. That's kind of what happened with the Rams jerseys,
Yeah.
because the Rams jerseys are just straight out of IKEA, but they actually don't look that bad on the field.
Yeah. The Rams.
Straight out of IKEA.
Actually, the Rams' pants are terrible. Those yellow pants, those are atrocious. But yeah, I think the Commanders'
Yellow
uniforms are top 10. I think they
need to
look
make-
very cool.
They need to make a nickname jersey of like this black uniform with Scary Terry on the back, because that's a sick.
Oh my god,
That'd be cool.
I'd buy that so quickly.
Halloween matchup.
Yeah. Oh my
Alrighty.
god. Scary Terry on the. Oh, that would be crazy.
The Cardinals Panthers.
Cardinals in a
Panthers.
mid-off. Like a 17-0 Cardinals win.
Yeah, I could see that. Baker Mayfield. Come on.
I think Baker
wouldn't do
Mayfield's
that.
got a chip on his shoulder. He's the first guy in, last guy out. He's sneaky athletic. He's got a high game IQ. There is no chance that
Not have a high
that
game
scrappy Baker Mayfield does not throw for 500 yards this game. Panthers win, 54 to 47.
They have like 350 yards of offense and no score at all.
Did I
That's what's
ask?
gonna happen.
Do I care? They're 100%
Yes, you did.
winning this game.
Alrighty. Patriots Packers. No Mac Jones in this game, so I think we all are going Packers.
Yes, everybody should be going Packers here.
I want to say one more thing about the Panthers thing. Baker's in like a perfect situation. The rookie QB who they would normally be like chanting for is injured. Sam Darnold is injured. Nobody's gonna chant for PJ Walker. Like Baker can
I
play
would
as
chant for
badly
PJ
as he
Walker.
wants. There's like a 0% chance he gets benched. It's great for him. Okay, let's move on.
True, but alright. Yeah. So Patriots Packers, we all got that. Alright. Sunday night game, Chiefs Bucks.
Chiefs.
Yeah.
Chiefs
I'm
100%. There's no chance it's not. Patrick Mahomes will absolutely dissect this defense.
I think Mahomes is out for blood. Obviously, last time they faced off was the Super Bowl. The offensive line is obviously clearly much improved since that game. Mahomes he throws 4, 5, 6 touchdowns, something like that. He's out. He's really out for blood in this game.
Where did my hype go? You know, like that was a joke.
Nobody is laughing.
My hype, like Mahomes. Anyways, he is that guy, and for some reason we don't talk about him anymore. Why? Why don't we talk about Patrick Mahomes anymore?
Like, it's kind of like the same thing with like LeBron to an extent. Like we don't talk about LeBron as this like, oh he's like we don't do that anymore. We know it. We just it's LeBron. That's
Greatness
light
is
for him.
expected.
That's Mahomes. He threw 5 touchdowns week 1. That's light for him. Like that's you would expect that from Mahomes.
That's fair.
Yeah. It's like you see like Luka Doncic putting up 40, 15, and 15.
That's just
like-
Luka.
He does that on a night-to-night basis. I'm not concerned
Luka
about
does
that.
regularly. Alrighty, the final game, the Monday night game, Rams 49ers.
Ooh,
49ers own the Rams, so I'm taking the 49ers.
With what, Jimmy G? There's no chance.
Bro,
Jimmy G-
regular season 49ers haven't lost to the Rams in so long.
There is zero chance. I can't even express how ridiculous this claim is. Somebody clip this right now. There is no way, zero way, the Los Angeles Rams lose to the San Francisco 49ers on Monday Night Football.
We need to do the thing. I don't know if you've seen what like Stay Hot does, but they pick like locks of the week, and if you get any of the locks wrong, you get 0 for the week. But if you pick like 2, you get 2 points, and if you get them both right, I don't know. We should start that next week. Do something
We
like
should
it.
start that next week.
My blocks would be if we were to do it. Hold on, let me pull this up. 49ers are my lock. Packers are a lock, and Browns are a lock. Those are my 3 locks.
All right. Well, we should start that officially next week.
Yes, we will start that officially next week. We're back on the podcast grind. In case you guys didn't know, we are making sure that we are coming out with an episode way more consistently than we did over the summer.
We've had very conflicting schedules, obviously. We obviously want to do this. It's just, trying to get the right time, the right place.
Yeah.
Yeah, these 6-week breaks, we promise, will not be happening again.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Jacob,
sure.
Right?
We'll do our best.
It's really Jacob. Like,
Yeah,
I don't want to.
Jacob's fault.
It's really always Jacob's fault because he's the only one with a life.
L.
Soccer season's done in mid-October, and then we're back.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right, we're holding you to that. I just have one last question about the NFL season, or just about the NFL in general. Would you draft a 5'4" receiver who could run a sub 4-second 40-meter dash?
Absolutely.
No.
I'm putting wide receiver Muggsy Bogues. Like, that guy's gonna be crazy.
No.
Like,
No.
you can't tackle. I mean, you probably could, but like, being that short, plus
he's
I don't think his
5'4",
height matters at
so
all.
that means
You can't. Obviously, you can't throw.
be more than 115 pounds. He can't be. There's no way he's anything more than that. If he takes one hit from like the average safety, he's done.
You don't use him like a receiver. You use him like out of the backfield ideally, and you just give him all these tosses and screens, and he just scampers.
Yeah, clearly Baden has never chased around a toddler before. They are impossible to catch. You are looking at a super scaled toddler.
When are you trying to
running...
catch? When are you trying to catch toddlers, Sam?
He's trying to chase toddlers, Sam.
Hey. Oh man, that's gonna be taken out of context. It's gonna sound really bad. I'm just saying. Jacob, you have a little brother, Eli.
I have an excuse. What's yours?
Yeah, where's your little brother?
This is unbelievable. These accusations being leveled against me are quite frankly absurd. I think we personally, I'm taking him. I would take him in the first round. You give me the first overall pick, I'm taking him first overall. You're telling me if he runs a 390 40-yard dash?
Yo, what happens if a prospect just like comes to the combine, he's low rated, predicted going 7th round, and he just runs like a 3.8?
Yeah, he's going.
How fast do you have to run the 30-yard dash?
If he's 5'4", he's not. There's no way he's going first round. I just still don't think.
How fast do you have to be? How fast? Like, you're like an average receiver. You're like 6 foot, 200, whatever the average receiver is, right? Probably a little over 6 foot. You're like, you've run the 40 at like 4 or 5 your whole career, like average, and you show up to the combine and you're projected to be like a 4th, 5th rounder, and you run like a 3.6.
You get steroid tested and then promptly banned from the league.
Yeah. Also, it depends. Like because the NFL player or NFL teams, I guess, they don't take that speed like that, just that pure time, like really to heart. It also doesn't like show on tape.
Yeah.
Like, that's why I like Kyle Hamilton. He ran like a 4.7, like which is pretty slow, but he plays much faster than that. So
He's actually looked pretty slow for the Ravens so far. I don't think he's been that great.
No, I guess, but growing pains as a rookie. But yeah, if the player like plays at a 4.5 speed, but he's just a straight line 3.6, because I don't know. His value would definitely go up, but I don't know about how much.
So here's what I'm thinking. I think that in order for that receiver to take any significant jump, he would have had to run a 4 foot. He would have had to run a 4.3 or a 4.2 at some time during his college days. That way, that jump doesn't seem like as insane. Because like if you go from 4.5 and then you shave a full second off, there's no chance. People are just gonna say it's fraudulent. There's something wrong with the camera gear or like the testing gear. But if you shave 0.4 seconds, that's way more believable, in my opinion. I would take that guy first round, but that's because I play NBA 2K and I look at the little. I look at the little
6 foot with a 4 flat. Yeah, you're going first round. As long as you don't drop the ball like every time they throw it to you, you're going first.
Anthony
round.
Schwartz.
Anthony Schwartz. That's literally when even though he's obviously not 5'4", that's literally the first person I thought of when you said like 5'4", who runs like less than 4 flat. Like that's Anthony. Like Anthony Schwartz is like he's not first round value. Obviously, he's not even 6th round value.
Yeah, we reached.
Yeah.
It's time to admit it.
That's okay. You got to miss at some point because, let me tell you, I know missing enough times makes the hits feel even better.
I would not know, unfortunately.
The Browns drafted Johnny Manziel in the first round.
No, I'm talking about my own takes. I don't think I have a.
Yeah.
No, you miss all the time, and you miss in basketball as well. IRL.
We need a Benchwarmers basketball competition soon.
I'd win.
Are we doing that 3-on-3 tournament, by the way? The charity thing?
Oh, we lose.
We gotta try.
Bad. We could try.
Look, I'm just saying, I am like 3 or 4 inches taller than each of these. I'm like 4 inches taller than Baden. I'm like 2 inches taller than Jacob.
I'm by far the best basketball player here.
There is no chance, Baden. We'll do this in like a week. There's still daylight. Let's do it right now after recording. Come over to my house. Yeah. 1v1.
Hey, I was gonna say something wild, but hey, I just hey, Jacob knows last year in gym class, I'm like 3 times better than I was last year.
Okay. I fixed my jumper. That's all I have to say. I fixed my jumper.
It doesn't matter. I'm blocking you every single time.
Bro, I'm like tall. Bro, can you? How low does your rim go, Sam, at your house?
It's like it can go to. It's like an 8-foot rim at its lowest, 7.
Oh yeah, I'm dunking on you too. That's nice.
There is no chance.
You can't jump with me. There's no way. You can't jump with me. You're not faster than me. You're not gonna keep up with my handle. And I'm an elite defender. What? What are we talking about?
5 inches taller than you, and I have post moves like Hakeem Olajuwon. I've got a fader like.
We'll settle this. I'll bring a basketball at some point, and we'll do it during flex block.
100%.
We'll settle this.
Yeah.
All right.
I think there is. I think there's like intramural basketball like in the South Gym. I think Mr. McGonigal runs it. Shout out
Mr. McGrady and Mr. McGonigal run it. I love those guys. Actually crazy. All right, we're making this happen. I'm about to show up Baden so hard. It's crazy.
Bro, I know I'm a better basketball player. I know for sure. Jacob's not talking. There's a reason Jacob's not been talking because he knows I'm a better basketball player.
My game speaks for itself. Actions speak louder than words.
No, if your game speaks for itself, you're mute. I'm sorry.
I just talk. I like to talk.
You'll see. You'll all see.
I'm also the best football player here.
That's
Jacob knows that too.
You want to go there, Baden?
Yo, me. I don't know why. I can't guard Jacob. He's like Detroit Lions Kenny Galladay, where he's not fast at all. He won't burn you. Like I'm faster than Jacob, but he'll catch every contested catch. It's like so annoying.
That's how I do it.
But then I'm like Tyreek Hill against him because I'm gonna beat him off the press every single time, over the top. You know what I mean?
Okay.
All right. Let's talk baseball. Let's move on from football. Let's talk baseball.
Let's talk baseball, baby.
It's the second time we've talked baseball on this platform.
I think we talked Guardians once at the beginning of the summer, and then nothing.
This is it. This is what you've been waiting for, baseball fans. The Cleveland Guardians clinched a playoff berth on Sunday or Monday against the Texas Rangers. They clinched the AL Central. Doubters are silenced. Twins fans, White Sox fans, crying, in shambles, tears.
Hope.
We're the best in the league. Like, our farm system, ridiculous. Our outfield, absurd. Infield, unstoppable. Rotation, unhittable. Bullpen, unbeatable. Like, this team is crazy. You have to understand that. They are going all the way. All the way. Not even
Oh,
not even a debate. Well, okay.
Right.
Let's bring it down to earth.
Let's just hold on. I don't need Aaron Judge hitting 7 home runs in 3 games against us.
Okay. Wild card series. It seems like right now the Guardians are lined up to play against the Tampa Bay Rays. Series against the Rays, we are 3-2, I believe, this year against the Rays.
Hey, I'll take that.
Um,
That's not too bad.
the Rays are pretty good. In a series against them, they're sending out McClanahan, game 1, the best pitcher in the American League. Probably. Maybe Verlander. I don't know. They're sending out McClanahan, game 1, against Bieber, who is also elite. After that, the rotation kind of falls off. Well, actually, that's not true. They have Tyler Glass now, but he's just now coming back from injury. He actually pitched against us, and he looked really good, but had to come out after like 3 innings because he's just coming back from Tommy John surgery. Tommy John surgery, for those of you who don't know, it's like an ACL tear if it kept you out 2 years. Like, that's how bad Tommy John is. So he's coming back from Tommy John. And he's limited, but Glass now is elite when he plays. So, other options for the wildcard series who we could end up playing are the Blue Jays. Seems very unlikely that we'll play the Blue Jays because we play the lowest wildcard. And the Blue Jays are pretty good. We took 2 out of 3 from them earlier this year. The team I do not want to face, absolutely do not want to face, is the Mariners.
Hey,
Yeah,
We actually went to a game against did we?
Yeah,
No,
we went to the game against the White Sox.
Oh, speaking of that game against the White Sox, Jacob, move a little bit so that the folks can see that blanket on your bed.
Yes.
Everybody see that Guardians blanket? That was a giveaway at that game.
And guys, this was one of the craziest days, probably of our lives. It was a rain delay, so we're up at the top, like in the nosebleeds. We're just waiting for the game. It's kind of overcast weather, so questions are, is it going to delay or not? Rain delay happens. It starts raining, starts pouring. It delays for 2 hours. We don't know where to go. We find out one of our friends was also at the game.
Adam!
Shout out Adam. He's in a suite. We try to get in at first. We're denied. Then Adam's dad gets us the tickets to get in. Sam has to give up his blanket for us to get in.
Absolutely corrupt usher. Unbelievable.
The woman who was scanning tickets is like, I'm going to need a little something extra for you guys to go in.
She strips up like $20 or the blanket. Like,
absolutely disgusting. Whoever is that usher right behind home plate in that section of suites, I'm coming for you. I'm going to find you. I'm taking my blanket back. A little bit angry about it. But it was a sick game. Shout out, Adam. Thank you so much. We thanked you then, but we're going to thank you again now because that was just super sick of you to do.
That was great. Thank you, Adam. You're the GOAT. So, yeah, the team we don't want to face is the Mariners. They've owned us this year. We're like 1-6 against the Mariners so far. Mariners have been very good. They have probably the second best rookie in the league. Some would say the first. Unbiased people would say the first. In Julio Rodriguez. He's been very good, but he's kind of battling injuries right now. We're actually unsure about his playoff status.
Oh, really?
Yeah. But I don't want to face the Mariners. I went to a game against the Mariners with my grandfather. Guardians lost 4-0. Offense looked terrible. I caught a foul ball. I was up in the third deck. Foul ball off the bat of Adam Frazier. Bare hand grab. Major League Baseball. Greatest moment of my life. Maybe.
Love to see it.
It's pretty sweet. So, yeah. I have first-hand experience. The Mariners are very, very good. We don't want to face the Mariners. Unless they're... we don't root for injuries here. But, we don't want to face a healthy Mariners team.
I had no idea that Jose had hit 120 RBIs. That's insane.
He's good at that.
You're hitting over 100 is like
He's a
good.
He's a solid player, I'd say.
Yeah, just a little good.
I actually do want to talk about Jose, because you casuals are riding Jose, but he's not been very good lately. Okay. So WRC plus, for those who don't know, your stats, it's weighted runs created plus. It's a measure of your total offensive output, and the way plus stats work is they average them to 100. So a 100 WRC plus means you are league average. Jose's WRC plus, for reference, Aaron Judge, best player in baseball right now, his WRC plus for the season is like 210, which means he produces more than double the average player. Crazy. But Jose's WRC plus, the first couple months of the season, was like 170. It was something crazy. He was on MVP pace. He was on pace to hit like 50-something homers. He was going nuts. Jose was going crazy. And then he kind of fell off. The next couple months, he basically hit like league average. His WRC plus was like 95, so he was slightly below league average.
Doesn't that always happen for Jose? Like he always
fall off.
Like,
kinda.
Yeah,
He's
like
known for not showing up during the playoffs.
Yeah.
But since like the start of August, Jose's WRC plus is like 60. Like he's 40% worse than the league average. He's not been hitting well, and he hasn't been clutch either. Like in high leverage situations, he's not really coming through, and he's known for not being that great in the playoffs. So we really need Jose to bounce back for a chance against some of these great AL teams.
I do remember that game against when we went to the White Sox game. It was the entire offense was bad that game, but Jose just seemed to struggle a lot. So
yeah. Unfortunate, but he's a fan favorite. He's my favorite Guardians player. Besides the one year we had Nick Swisher, that was as a first grader, that was the greatest name that I've ever gotten to say.
I hate Nick Swisher.
As a junior, he's still one of my favorite players from that 1 year on the Guardians.
Nick Swisher ruined our franchise, and here's why. Dolans, the owners of the Guardians, have always been cheap. Always, right? And so 2013 free agency, they're like, what if we spend a little bit of money? So they go out and they sign Nick Swisher and like Jason Giambi. They go out and spend a shit ton of money. Giambi. And it blows up on them. Swisher is way worse than he was on the Yankees. Giambi is washed. Like Giambi's like 40 at that point. And the Dolans, what lesson do they get from this? Don't spend money. They spent money once, it blew up in their face. And so they haven't spent money on like significant free agents in years. They never do it. I don't know. That's why I hate Nick Swisher.
L-Take plus cool name. I don't know what to tell you. I think that we should probably just about wrap it up. Make sure to follow us on Twitter, Benchwarmers216, or Cleveland Benchwarmers Podcast. Follow us on Spotify. Hopefully we'll start posting there again. Subscribe. Hit the like button and subscribe.
All right.
And we love you all. Thank you
all for watching.
Have a
Bye-bye.
great day.